to break even. I'm just waiting till TP1 hits before I do so.
What the fuck? Why is the fucking
There. Nice, slow and
stream?
methodical. Man.
Why is the bitrate?
Mo's really good at this. What would you say is considered weak buying? How would you best describe that?
That's it.
Not
Dre,
th-
you've been
not
talking
this.
this whole time. Okay.
No, not this. What is weak buying?
Yeah, how would you best
Oh,
describe that to traders? I'm seeing it in the
Weak-
chat a lot. This is weak buying. This is weak buying. Well, I mean, it is
they're
buying
joking.
though. Like,
They've got to be joking. I think they're joking. They
Yeah,
have to.
like when did the weak buying start?
Weak buying?
know,
The weak
right?
buying in the room with us?
Is weak buying just
Low
like
volume.
not just low volume? There you go. That's
Short-
a good answer. I like that.
Short squeeze.
I think low volume, but like I'm a price action trader, and if we cut to my screen, like this kind of price action where we go like green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, right, and then just slowly chunking up, like this here, like that's what I would consider weak buying. So like I'm not really paying attention to that too much when looking at like placing stops or anything like that, right? Because then obviously it's going to come down, clear out anybody who's stops below there.
All right, y'all. We're in the last 38 minutes of the day. Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
I just don't want to tag the MA. That's my only thing on the 5 minute.
Let's see. We might not even have a trade we can make for real.
Pretty close. 50-50.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Real close.
Just missed that TP1 just by $2.
So this is that kind of same thing that we were just talking about, right? Is this whole little move up outside of that big green candle? Like that's why I want to take longs under like 905s now.
Mm-hmm. We have a 1 minute candle close above 33s. It's an argument for another contract for me. Like I said, I want this to be pretty tight. Because if it's failing, I want to be wrong quickly and not take on a hard loser. So I'm just checking this moving average on this 5 minute as we're going here. Back at entry, this could be the start of a sell-off, could be the fuel we need to get back up to new highs. Let's see what we decide here.
Yeah, we are gonna have about 30 point pullback in the NQ. ES about 4 points off the highs. ES not find the initial steam. I mean, it's been railing all day. But while the Dow and NQ are rallying, ES kind of stalled out a little bit. We have 5 minutes till the bottom of the hour. SpaceX earnings after the bell. AMD earnings after the bell.
Moving my TP1 up a little bit. Yeah, I'm moving it up. If we make it up to what was my TP1, I don't think we would. I'd be shocked if it only got to that. I would expect continuation.
Okay, chat.
So adding a few more, I think like $6 more to that.
I'm gonna short here.
What is TP1 for Cave Mandy? What do you got it at?
Was it 48 quarter? Now I moved it to 54 quarter.
Okay.
There's always room to get into this again. If this ends up rejecting, like I said, we're on this EMA. Let's see if we can get this pop here. If we reject, there's always opportunity to get back in. I just don't want to be in a falling trade, right? And I feel like if
Well,
it
let's
pulls
say
back.
so we got gold down taking a little bit. Eric is short from 4139, almost called
I
now
just
it's trading
shorted right there.
4137.
All right, guys, be quiet. I just took a short here. Not looking for too much on it. I just want to see how far down, how much momentum we could get. That is the best place to take a short. So I'm gonna share my screen so that y'all could see. But yeah, I'll explain everything after. But I'm gonna manage this trade. I need to follow the volume and see how much volume we get on a pullback possibly. First area we're looking at is right here. At this 29,900 level. Right, want to see how much continuation we get on a pullback because this shit has been straight up. First target area looking here, possibly, but on the 5 minute we got a long ways down we could go. So I'm really just gonna follow the momentum for real. I'm gonna follow the momentum, see how much activity we get down here at these levels. I'll switch to that 500 tick. First areas we're looking at is that VWAP down here. We are getting a little nice acceleration of volume, but I do need to see a little bit more. So I'm going to share my screen with y'all. And this is really just about managing the trade. So, hold on. So yeah. Gonna put this right here so y'all can see me manage the trade. Hey, we just want to make a little bit of something, man. Nothing too crazy, bro. Not gonna overly be in this too longer than I need to be, but we did get a good location for the short. So right now we just want to see how much volume follow through is there on these shorts and how much can we break that trend, because it has gone straight up all day. So yeah, but hey, it could literally just turn around. But this right now is one of the first pullbacks on it. So right now the volume's dropping off a little bit on here, but I do want to give it a little bit of wiggle room to see if the sellers come back in at all and are able to push it down anymore, because clearly the sellers have not had no fucking momentum all day. So they're just gonna have to prove themselves that they could push this lower. Otherwise, the buyer's just gonna be ready to buy it back up. But I'm struggling to see how people are still finding value up here after it goes up all day. But like I said, well, this shit doing what it's doing right now is a result of people still finding value. So right now we're plus 20%. We're not trading the number, but we do want to get in and out. So if I could get a cool little percentage, but I want to get out on a momentum push down. So I just want to see how much volume push down we could get. So I want to see it's some follow through. This is a big area, so I would love to see it get aggressive. So we have a 124 put. I would love to see it get more aggressive down here, approaching this support level, and see what's the activity level around that support level in particular. So how much more momentum can we get on this? And I'm looking at candle closes as well. I would love to see the momentum get more aggressive to the short side. Don't really want to see any bounces. Using this area as protection right here. Okay, we don't need to make too much, but like I said, we're just gonna follow the momentum. I don't have no target price or nothing, but first area that I'm looking for is around that VWAP. Want to see what it does here. If the volume can get more aggressive as it approaches the support, I'll stay in, but I am very much looking to get out quickly. I don't need to make too much on this. We're just trying to hit our little daily, daily little target of just making something. So that first area we're looking at is possibly right here at this 7.5 level. So I'm gonna put a level right here. What's good, Mike? What's good, man? How you doing, gang? Doing trading challenge, trading the last hour of the day, option contracts. Let's see. Getting some good sellout. Volume dropping off a little bit, but like I said, the sellers gotta prove that they can get aggressive down here. Otherwise, we're just gonna get a bounce. But I am allowing it to kind of have a room for a bounce because we are at. I'm gonna stop talking. Chat. Just watch. I'll explain after. I can't. I gotta get my playlist. Need to get my little meditation sounds. Okay. Getting a little volume here. Kind of playing off of this 3 minute. I'm cool with it having a little wiggle room to pull back to those 900s to see. Like I said, cool with it coming back to retest even up to the 10s level. We want to see how strong the buyers are possibly buying it back, because the sellers can easily push this back down. The buyers have had control all day. And if you know how the markets work, these market makers be playing both sides. So it's like when you look on this 5 minute game, like I said, I really would love to see us get a test of this 7-4 level, because it could accelerate a lot from there. So I really would like to see it come test that, but if it doesn't, I'm also cool. But I'm gonna let this play out on the 5 and 3 minute chart. So I'm gonna give it wiggle room. Like I said, we're not trading the number. I just pulled that up to show y'all the contract. Because you got to give it room to like go back and retest those levels up to like those 15s. Because that's really what's going to tell us if it has legs on the sell-off. So as of right now, it's still within my acceptable hold range. Although it is the end of the day, so we have to be careful. The challenge this week is to trade in the last hour of the day. Just the most extreme conditions to help, you know, me practice making more precise entries, exits, timing, things like that. So I like how it's looking right now. It's kind of rejecting a little bit at those levels. Definitely want to see the sellers get more active, but also giving it room to play out as well. Makes sense that it bounces right here, you know, makes sense, not surprising, but it's really more of how it responds to the bounce that's gonna give me a little bit more of the indicator on how we move forward from here. So I'd be looking for volume divergences, you know what I'm saying, things like that. But I'm being patient here because we are close to the 724 level. So I'm just giving it room to breathe, because you can't like overly manage these trades. You just got to accept the risk and let it play out, because these things can move very fast, which we clearly saw at the end of the day yesterday. So like I said, it went to go retest that level, that 29,915. Want to see what it does up there. It's trying. Not really seeing much buying volume. Sellers might come take this back over. And like I said, we only need one swift move to get out, right? I just want to come see it test this level, because if it does break that level, there is a nice little chunk below that it could go to. And then if it possibly gets there and then sells off more, that next support, we could be overly in the money. So I'm getting too ahead of myself. I'm just letting y'all know what I'm thinking ahead of it, what I'm looking for, because essentially we're just waiting to see what happens at these certain support levels. We don't know, but I'm telling y'all, that's my thought process. When we get to these certain support levels, if it is going to sell off, we need to see aggression in the selling as we approach the levels. Like, we don't really want to see too much hesitation at all, because if the sellers are getting aggressive, then we get pushed past it and then really like have some acceleration on the sell side. So like I said, we just want to see aggression from the sellers, and in order for them to turn the tide and the momentum, it's going to take a little work. You know, it's going to take a little work. So it's going to keep trying to get above these certain levels, but if there's enough buyers, they should be able to push it up. But the buys look kind of weak, I ain't gonna lie. Buys look a little weak right now. So just want to see some aggression. We got 25 minutes left in the day, so gotta be more cautious of any pops we really need to like get the momentum moving in our direction, but it's like you can't control how the market moves. You can't control when it's gonna happen. Like yesterday we saw a play for a short. At the end of the day, we got in like 10 minutes, 20 minutes early, and then it worked out and went crazy 10 minutes later. You know, so when you commit to these, that's why I got a contract that's close to the money, so that I could have a low risk, as low risk as possible for the end of the day. So it could give me a little bit more wiggle room for it to possibly work out on the shorts. So they keep trying to push it up here. I'm just noticing they keep getting like rejected on that attempt to get over that 18 level. So I'm expecting the sellers to try to push lower, and we're just gonna see how the buyers respond to that. They keep hitting his head up there, right? And like this shit can move quick as fuck, because I mean, if you just look at how fucking up, like, dude, this has got to be one of the craziest trading days I've seen since COVID rallies. Like, this shit is nutty, mud. The market doesn't make sense, but like my mentors told me, the market can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent. So it don't gotta make sense. You just gotta get a piece of it. Like I said, okay, we're going off of that measurement. A measured move of just this candle alone could take us about to the support level, and that's kind of like, you know, what I would be interested to see. Okay, it's trying to push up a little bit. Like I said, give it a little wiggle room, because it can go have valid retest of these levels up here. Like, that could be a pullback and then it just go high a day. What I'm saying, it could very well do that, but I'm just gonna let it play out and let the buyers prove that they can hold it at those levels, because they could go retest it, but can they hold it above there? We just gotta see. I'm not trying to predict what it does. Feel me? I just got a low, I got a high probability entry on the short up here, so that I could give it wiggle room. So like, only thing is we're against the clock right now. You know, we're against the clock. And yeah, we just let the buyers or the sellers prove themselves for real. See what they do, right? Because we are, you know, fighting the trend. As rational as it may seem, we are, you know, counter the trend right now. So we'll see, because like, this shit could go just pull back, go break high a day, go even high. Like, it could do that shit. You feel me? It could do it. I've seen crazier things happen, but I'm gonna give this shit time. That's why I buy a contract close to the money, because all we need is for it to pull back a little bit, right? And then possibly break that support. So we're just gonna see what it does after that, you know, if it's able to hold above this area. We got like 20 minutes left. I noticed recently, like, on like round numbers on the clock, these market algorithms be triggering at like these whole numbers on the clock and shit. So we'll see if that holds true today. We'll see. It's about to be 240, so let's see if any algorithm triggers at exactly 240. We go to the 100 tick. Let's see, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know. Any algo? Not immediately. Don't mean it's not gonna happen though. Okay, it's a little buy. All right, pull it back a little bit. Maybe it breaks out of here, maybe, or maybe it's just a pump fake. I don't know. Gotta see. That was a little, you know, just a little move. We need a little bit more momentum on our side though right now. That's kind of the thing about managing these options trades. Like, you need the momentum, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting a little mentally, I'm getting a little tired of managing this trade. Just want to see it come test these levels it was at before. Volume. Interesting on the volume. Trying to get back up here to higher day. I really just want to see how it responds to getting close to that. Closer to higher day. So there is overhead resistance, you know, like it is. This shit is nuts, bro. But I'm trying to show y'all, chat, like when you're trading on days where it goes straight up, like it's a little more tricky to trade on those days. Like really, it really is. So we're very close to the higher day here. So we'll see what kind of activity we get up here. See if there's any increase in the volume. As of right now, it's kind of going up on low volume a little bit. So could be some sneaky sellers in here. But like I said, you gotta just let the volume tell you what's going on. So honestly, that's part of the reason why I want to start using the heat map, the footprint charts, that level 2 data, so I could like see a little bit more what volume is behind these certain moves, kind of where the buyers and sellers are sitting at. Alright, so we're getting close to that higher day. What I'm looking for is just to see if it's able to hold up towards this higher day. Or if there's any type of rejections up here, because the rejections can happen really fast. Alright, we got like 17 minutes left, so we're gonna need a rejection and a big push down very quickly if this is gonna work out. It's like time is a thing, but at the same time it's not. It's like tough, like trying to balance like how you look at it. Okay, we're getting some bias here. I'm thinking about cutting this, but I kind of want to see when it gets to higher day how much volume is accelerating behind it. Yo, that sneaky ass volume candle right there. What the fuck? I didn't even peep that. Alright, I'm about to cut this. It's testing this level up here. I know there's like one more resistance up there, I think. Wait, where did I? Oh shit. He breaking the charts and shit. Hold on. I just had. What the fuck happened to my. Oh, this shit broke. What the fuck? Yeah, there was like a little resistance there at that 5-3 level. So, shit. We'll see what happens up there. If it rejects or not. There's enough buyers to kind of push it, because it does still have room to pull back, and I'd rather get out on a little pullback than while it's pushing the highs. But we might not have the room to do it though. It might just keep doing what it do. So yeah, we'll see if there's any sellers that come in. That is a low resistance there. All right, we got 15 minutes here. plus a little 15 after the bell. Really gotta see what the volume's talking about on these pullbacks. Buyers still got some control up here. Yeah, this is the craziest fucking short squeeze I've seen in a minute. And I think there might have been some earnings too, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta like, I know I saw AMD overly up. I don't know what happened with their earnings, but it seems like there might have been some earnings too that kind of had the market going crazy. Yo, this shit is about to push 726. Alright, but I'm not about to. We are getting divergences, but it's kind of at the point where it's like the sellers just kind of have to come in aggressively in the next 3-4 minutes. Like I said, I'd rather get out on a pullback than as it's pushing the highs, so I'm looking to get out on a pullback or to see if there's enough volume to kind of sweep all these levels and then just get out at a better price. There is still time for it to work out, but you know, it will have to work out quickly, which is possible. Like, it is moving, but we would really need to see it get like super aggressive super fast, which is not impossible. You know, it's not. Sellers would just have to completely take over the shit in the last minutes, which sometimes they tend to do. They like to do a little they like to kind of play around with the prices and shit at the end of the day. You know, they'll trap the buyers at the top and then push it low. They did it yesterday. They pushed it up towards the last 15 minutes and then just swept that shit and just sold off the last like 10 minutes. So who knows what's going to happen today, but all I'm doing is looking at these levels that we were hitting before. I'll put my little line right there to see how aggressive they get. Got 2 more minutes till the last 10. Like I said, all you need is some momentum and this shit moves quick as fuck. I mean, look at how quick it moved up. It could easily move down that quickly too, but like I said, the sellers just kind of have to take over and get really aggressive and just keep the momentum. Like I said, with these options, it's like you want to get out at a better price. You want to get in at the best price, you want to get out at the best price. Even if you take a loss, it's a little different than futures because you need to get out when it's even pulling back into your direction. Even if you're wrong or you take an L on it, you got to get a little of your money back a little bit. So you still got to read it clear to just get out and in at better prices. Alright, let's see. Trying to pull back to this level. Let's see if the seller's really on that for real. We got 1 minute. We might get a little algo candle once on this candle close in the last 10. I really need to see. Got 30 seconds to that candle. Really want to come see it sweep that level that it was at before, that we had saw that before. That VWAT right there. It's a big test. Oh shit, there we go. Hold on, let's see how much. See, this is what I was saying. I was looking for that algo candle. All right, let's see what it does now. Let's see if the sellers can keep pushing it down. That was quick as fuck. All right, let's see how serious the sellers are here, because they could really sell this bit up a lot in the last minutes. So we did come test that VWAP. Well, we broke past the VWAP on the 100. Where's the VWAP on this? Wait a minute, where's the VWAP on the 5? So that is a support. Oh my god, the charts are breaking. Goddamn, they breaking the charts, nigga. Okay, like I said, we still got this level right here. It has to test, and then that 7-4, and then if it breaks that, we got a little bit more room down, and then we'll be in the money. So like I said, 10 minutes, high pressure. This is what we wanted, chat. The decisions, the stakes higher, you know, like, but like I said, we just gotta let it play out. We gotta just pre-accept the gains, loss, whatever. Want to see it come sweep this level, see it get aggressive, see sellers get more aggressive below this level, and this would be a double top as well. So from 29,948 to, that would be a 50-point move possibly, which would take us about to around this range. I'm gonna go ahead and put that down there. If this is a proper measurement, be 50 to 70-point move down possibly from here if this is a double top. 50 would take us about here to that 3.7, which I would love to get out there. 70 would take us about to that 8.16, which is perfectly in line with the 233 EMA. So like I said, we really want to see a flush. I mean, if we get below that level and the sellers are aggressive, this could sell out pretty fast. So we're gonna be patient. We only got 8 minutes till market close. Then we do have a little after hours that it can move. So we're at that level that I was talking about. Want to see the volume get more aggressive here and just flush and sell that shit off. We're in the money right now. We're in the money. So gotta play it smart. Gonna be patient. Gonna give it a chance to bounce. This is a pretty big support. It already broke that. For it to be a double top, it already broke that pattern. So we're gonna give it room to see if it can complete this double top pattern and possibly make a measured move and get close to the VWAP on that 1000 tick chart. So now move it here. Really gonna give it a little room. I ain't gonna lie, this is the part that's like nerve-wracking a little bit, but it's like you just gotta stay focused and trust the volume and read the volume. Feel me? Gotta let the volume tell you what to do, because this shit can move very quick. Just like that, tried to go retest that level. Buyers trying to hold on, but the sellers are kind of taking over. And it is looking like possibly one of those little end of day sell-offs. But we need to see the volume get very aggressive below this VWAP. That's what we want to see. Because in the last minutes, it moved quick as fuck. So like I said, we don't need nothing crazy, but we do need the aggression on the sells. Which, like I said, if we zoom out, the next support is all the way down here. So we're gonna be cautious of this support level right here at that 5.5 level as well. So I'm gonna just draw a little line right there. It's kind of a zone it could get to. So we're getting close to that 7.4 level, which I think was a support in VWAP on the 3 minute. So that's really kind of our line that's gonna tell us what's good. Because if we can flush below there, we might be able to get a nice little. So that's what we're gonna look for. 1 minute, 100 tick chart. Gonna give it a little room, kind of looking at that 8-9. Ooh, hold on. Yes, okay, that's kind of what I was talking about, chat. We just want to see it hold below this level. We got another support down here. It can get very aggressive very quick. So we want to just see how much momentum it could get on these sells. That's a good sign. Oh, it's trying. Hold on. All right, it's moving a lot. All right, we just want to see if the sellers can get even more aggressive. Right now we are plus 34 on this. If we could get one sell right here. What? Did they automatically sell my shit? boy. What are you? Oh, fuck y'all niggas. Fuck y'all niggas. Y'all sold my shit. Bro. They just automatically sold my shit. I'm so, bro. Why did they force liquidate my shit? Oh my God, I hate y'all niggas. I hate y'all. Oh my God, they just sold my contract for me, bitch. Why? Why did y'all do that? Bro. They just force liquidated my fucking contract as it's getting further in the money. Nah. They just sold my shit at 120. And this shit is at 140. This shit just hit 147. And they force liquidated my shit. Bro. I'm so pissed right now. Bro. I'm so fucking pissed, bro. Why? Why did they just do that? Are they gonna say it's because I'm in the money? 5 minutes left. 5 fucking minutes left, and these niggas close my fucking contract for me. Bro. Me getting out of trade at the wrong time, cool. But niggas closing a contract for me? It's crazy, Mud. That is crazy, Mud. How the fuck you gonna close a contract for me? Nah, Mud. I gotta talk to a customer service. Nah. I need an explanation. Y'all niggas just cost me an extra like fucking 20%. Bro, that shit just pissed me off, bro. Clearly, right? Clearly. But like, why though? Why? That shit hit 149. 149, and they liquidate me at 120. Bro, I'm so pissed. I'm so fucking pissed, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't know what's going on with the stream. I don't know what's going on with my bitrate. I don't know what's going on with the stream. Again, I probably need to take a break after this shit anyway. Anyway, for the video, if you're watching on the YouTube, we got in this contract at $80. Y'all saw the ups and downs. We sold it. We both sold it at 120. We could have had the potential to get out at 130 or 140. So this was a 50+% trade. to fucking crash out, Mud. And then it's like my internet want to start tweaking at the same time. It's like, bro, this is just too fucking much for me, nigga. I already had these niggas close my contract early and lose me extra money that I should have fucking made. It's like, gang, like, I need to just go fucking reset, nigga. I just need to fucking reset, gang. Then my fucking internet would act stupid for whatever fucking reason. This shit pissing me off too. I'm about to go reset that shit. This shit really blowing my shit. Anyway, we're plus on the account, nigga. Plus 50%, chat. Clean trade, in and out, 80 to 120. The $100 account challenge, because we have to pay ourselves for yesterday, it wouldn't let me withdraw the money today. It said for whatever fucking reason we have to wait until the 5th. So tomorrow we are going to withdraw the $57 and send it to my bank account. We are doing pretty good. For 2 days into the week, we are already up $57 on the $100 account, and we are trading in the most difficult time of the day, which is the last hour, the last 2 hours, which that is the challenge, to trade in the most difficult time so that we can get more precise entries, work on our weaknesses, work on getting in and getting out and taking those gains, not leaving nothing on the table. So far 2 days in, we're doing good. We had 2 back-to-back green days. Let's make this another great day. YouTube, if you guys would like to learn how to trade, if you guys like to get mentorship, make sure that y'all go and click this W link right here that I'm gonna have pinned on this video. Okay, if you would like to get more access to this, I will be opening up a Patreon tier that has mentorship for $50 a month for creators, people that want to learn how to trade, all of that, where I will be able to have one-on-one coaching calls with you, okay, and be able to sit there, personally mentor you, give you certain steps, help guide you through the process, give you certain assignments and different challenges to prove that you can trade so that you are able to manage your risk, different things like that. I work with people one-on-one. I'm not about to sell you no course and just leave you out to dry like that. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody wants to learn, here is the link. The link tree. Y'all can go book a consultation session. What is this shit doing? Bounce up. Okay. Consultation form. Y'all go there, fill it out, put your email, different things like that. You do need to download the Discord for the meetings. You could, if you want a consultation, we got all that, stocks, crypto, options, anything else, you guys can go in here. Here's the rates, so you decide how much time you want to spend in a meeting, and I'll be able to teach you whatever the fuck I can in that time. But other than that, make sure y'all stay tuned on the socials. Oh yeah, you can pick your date, time, all that. I will work with whatever time you have, and we're gonna be back to trade the nighttime session. So appreciate anyone that's watching this video. Let me know if y'all have any questions, man, and we're gonna be back for the next day, for Wednesday the 5th, on the $100 account challenge. I'm making myself go through 2 weeks, $100 account, have to withdraw the money every single day in order to build up the account. So we're already, like I said, we're plus 57 on the account. I will show y'all the account again. Show y'all the account. Y'all see the receipts. This ain't no screenshot, nigga. This is on my phone. No pre-recorded shit. Y'all can see this. Y'all see me scrolling it. Y'all can see orders. See the entry. 325, 29, $80. Exit 355. 30 minutes plus 50% on the account or on the contract. Bada bing, bada boom. We're making our withdrawal of 57 tomorrow. Gonna put that to the side. Set that to the side. Yeah. So just gonna keep trading last 2 hours, last hour of the day. And yeah, let's just be better tomorrow than we were today. Alright, man. I'm gonna go back to stream or try to fix my Wi-Fi, whatever the fuck. Need to cut that video. What's good, Key? My internet's tweaking. Of course it started tweaking out. I'm gonna have to go reset the router or some dumb shit. I don't know what the fuck going on with this shit. Yeah, I definitely want to make some music, cook up. I don't know, Key's still in the chat, but I need some vamp shit.
The market is closed.
Shit pissing me off, man. I could trade better around like the kindness and chat, which is like we probably got out our lotto contract early. I ain't go. That's worth $6. No more. So on the chart, we got like all right, Maya, let's go ahead and export that. Chat. So my OBS should start lagging for no reason. Yeah, cause that internet was good. Chat. I need to meditate after that, gang. What? Oh my god. Mud. Oh. Oh my. I got two open. Oh man, chat. Okay, let's do a little wrap up. ICB University $100 account challenge. Man, y'all clearly see me get emotional. Anybody that was there at the end of that trading day, y'all clearly see that shit pissed me off. For anybody that doesn't know what happened, basically I was in that trade. It was working out very well, and I was set up to make a little bit more money on that next push down, and the app that I used to trade closed my trade for me as soon as it hit 355. So that's when y'all saw me lose my shit and say, what the fuck, why the fuck did they just close my shit for me? I was just about to get out on that next push low, and they didn't even let me hold another minute for the next push below. Logically, I understand probably why they did it, because they're like, oh, well, you're in the money. When you're in the money on option contracts, basically, if it closes there, that basically means, hey, right, you're gonna have to buy 100 shares of this stock, right? And they're like, okay, you have a cash account, you can't afford 100 shares of QQQ. They're 700 something a pop. That would be like 7,000 or 70 bands. I can't do the fucking math right now. But long story short, I don't got the amount. But here's my thing though. Why wouldn't they just close it in the last minute at 359? Why are you just closing it at some arbitrary time? You should let me hold it until right before the market close. And yes, technically 5 minutes away is kind of close, but why are you arbitrarily doing it 5 minutes before? If you're going to do that and just close it to make sure it doesn't close in the money, then why don't you just close it at 359? Because that extra little 3-4 minutes in between the market moves a lot right there. So it's like, that should just piss me off, because I'm like, bro, we're doing a $100 account challenge. Y'all just took away my ability to make an extra 20, 30, almost 40%. You know, if I took an L and I got out at the wrong time and I missed out the extra 20, 30%, I could live with that. But I can't live with my fucking broker closing me out the fucking trade. And just because, 5 minutes before, we're just gonna close this bitch. It's just like, that shit is so fucking stupid. So that's why I said, you know what? I'm gonna be taking my money to TD Ameritrade. After we're done with this fucking $100 account challenge, when I'm trading with the more money, I'm taking my shit back to TD Ameritrade, because I'm not about to do this shit. I'm not about to deal with, like, it's like, it is some benefits to Webull. They let you deposit money straight off your card. You know, you can get your money in your account faster. Yeah, okay. But if y'all about to play with me in the last minutes of the day and just be like, oh, well, we're automatically gonna close your shit, we're not even gonna give you a chance to hold it to the last minute, like, it's cool. Grand scheme, it's not that big of a deal, but that really did frustrate me, because you see anybody that saw me like get that set up and then let it play out and all of that, it's like you're over here being patient, discipline, all that, to be able to make as much as you can within your discipline, within your system, all that. So it's like, yeah, nigga, if a nigga's taking, it's like, you taking food off my plate, nigga. You taking food off my plate. I was supposed to have an extra $20, $30. We're supposed to be up like 80%. You know, they closed me out at 50%. I'm supposed to be closing out at like 70, 80. Well, I'm saying, I feel like that shit just got stolen from me, gang. So that's why I felt a little way. That's why I was a little emotional about that, because as a trader, you live and die with your own decisions. You know, like I said, I could live with me fucking some shit up and getting out at the wrong time or some shit like that. I could live with that. But when they do it, and it's because of the broker, that shit just hits more, and it's frustrating. But like I said, at least we're frustrated being up 50% on that contract and closing out plus like 30, I don't know, it was like 34% plus 34% on the account. We got the account almost to 160. We get to make a withdrawal tomorrow, finally, and we're gonna pay ourselves that 57, and then we're just gonna keep rinsing and repeating. Like I said, the whole reason of me doing that $100 account challenge last week, we were able to flip it. And then I noticed there's a lot of trades where if I had been patient, that, or got my timing or was more precise, I would have been able to make more money. So I said, you know what? I'm about to make it even harder for myself. I'm gonna make myself only able to trade in the last 2 hours, and really mostly the last hour of the day, which is where it's the most intense, the highest risk, the contracts are expiring the most. But if I could trade during that time well, during the most high pressure time of the day, in the most risky time of the day, it's gonna force me to make better decisions. It's gonna force me to adapt more. It's gonna force me to take my money quick more, because I know the contracts are expiring, and I feel like I need those type of things to like get my brain like in more of that high alert mode. You feel what I'm saying? In order to like get me to make those best decisions. And so far, 2 days in, I am proven right. It has forced me to make better decisions. It has forced me to like get in and get out like at better areas and be more selective with what trade I'm getting into. So yeah, today fucking killed it. Great spot, setup. What I'm saying, great short. Wasn't getting greedy with it. Followed the volume along the whole way. I mean, I pretty much did everything I was supposed to do. So I'm proud of myself. Give myself a pat on the back. I clearly told y'all, you know, what emotions I was going through. Emotionally, I was getting a little impatient. I was just about to say, yo, I'm about to cut this trade. If it don't immediately work out, then it immediately worked out. I didn't panic. I didn't focus on the money. I didn't focus on none of that. I focused on, hey, this thing can play out. I have the experience to know how the market can move. I know how quickly these things can move. I'm going to be patient, and I'm the most proud of myself for being patient and letting it play out and not getting too antsy. Could have technically got a slightly better entry if I, instead of getting it on that first move down, if I had waited for a pullback and retest, which that's kind of a common thing with me. Like, I get a pretty good setup, but I actually wouldn't say that setup, that entry that I got was bad, because based off of the chart, there was not a lot of buying volume at that level, and that's why I kind of let it go retest that higher day area to see if it would get rejected. because there was a good chance that there wouldn't be enough buyers up there. So y'all see, the contract went against me. I was in a negative, right? And I was okay with that because I was preemptively okay with the loss, right? Where I was like, hey, this is my area. If the buyers can keep buying this shit up after buying it all day, cool. But I'm gonna let them prove themselves that they could keep pushing it above that higher day. It failed at that higher day, and then it made the move down to the levels that we were talking about, and we got a good majority of the move. So, you feel what I'm saying? Yay for that. Yo, Big Block, thank you for the raid. What's good? How was the stream? Yo, we're doing a little a wrap up of my trading day. Just kind of giving a recap to the YouTube stream, kind of letting them know what my thought process was. Yo, you're a baby mama, man. What's good? How we doing, y'all? Yeah, we're just giving a little just doing a little live trading, giving a little lesson to the chat. Feel me, ITB University. But yeah, just kind of giving my closing thoughts before I end that YouTube stream video. Oh man, I hope everybody's having a good day. I just had a very emotional end to the trading day because my broker got me out my trade early and made me miss out on some extra money that we should have made. We're doing a $100 account challenge, and I'm showing chat how many times I could flip the same $100. So yeah, we get the withdraw the money tomorrow, and then we're gonna start with the 100 again tomorrow and every day. And like I said, we're doing an extreme challenge because we're trading in the last hour or two of the day as well. So to close out the thoughts, things I could get better at after today, I could get better at, you know, when I see a good setup or a good entry, being even more picky and wanting a great entry. You know, that's probably my number one weakness right now is I can spot a good setup like very well, and sometimes my timing on that on my entry when I can see it's a good setup, because I can see it's a good setup, sometimes I'm a little bit early. But if I could just get a little bit more precise with my entry, that would help a lot. Which I do feel like me reading the heat map and the footprint chart and having that level 2 data, I do think that would help me be more precise with my entry, especially based off of volume. So I'm gonna like look into buying that subscription or buying one of the subscriptions to where I could get access to that data so that I could get more precise, higher probability entries and exits. Because if I have that also supporting my logic, I think that is actually the thing with like my trading style that can help me get even better in terms of like getting those precise entries and exits. Hold on, let me get you a shout out, Big Block. Man, what was y'all doing over there? Hold on. I didn't let me shout out over here. I'm gonna do it over here, it's cool. Big Block.
Yo, we made it
live. Yo, I just finished the trading day. Yeah, I was just wrapping it up for the YouTube. So yeah, YouTube, good day. Can't be mad about plus 50%. I could be better. Like I said, my weaknesses, I'm able to see good setups, and because I'm able to see a good setup, I have to learn how to be even more disciplined because I know it's a good setup. I know that might sound backwards because it's like a lot of people spend their time trying to find a good setup, or I know what a good setup is for my system and my trading style. I'm a momentum trader. If I can get the momentum on my side, you feel me? My other thing I need to be more precise about is my exits. You feel what I'm saying? My exits, being clear on what my price targets are, sticking to it, especially when I allow myself to have more money in the account. I need to definitely get better with that because the thing is, like, as I get my bigger accounts, when I'm making multiple trades in a day and I have more than $100 account challenge, I need to make sure I'm getting in and out my trades and just taking my money as it comes to me, which sometimes I can have a problem with that, which is not a bad thing. It's not like I can't see it on the table, but it's when you're used to trading like high risk contracts, or you're used to like not having that many trades available, sometimes you can build this habit of like holding on to it a little too long because you're banking on like one contract. But when you can trade more times in a day, it's good to have more money to be able to make more trades, but then the other side of it is that you have to be able to take like your money in chunks. Like be like, okay, get in, get out. Boom, money to the side. Get in, get out. Money to the side. Instead of being like, oh, let me hold it all the way to a certain target. Like say you could have multiple targets on a trade. You could have target 1, 2, 3, you know, where it's like, okay, if it hit target 1, if it's enough momentum, maybe it can hit target 2. With trading with multiple contracts or being able to trade with a bigger account, basically what your responsibility is then is not holding those trades too long and taking your money as it comes, and remembering that, hey, you can get back in. You can sell this and get back in, because when you have a smaller account, you don't have that many trades where you could do that. So it's like your 1 or 2 trades gotta work out. So that's the thing, trying to mentally prepare for that. So taking my money when it comes, because there's been a lot of times on the red days or when I could have made more or whatever, I had maybe a 20, 30, 40, 50% gain, didn't take it, and then it pulled back to me and I got out either flat at 0 or a little negative. And it's like, if I could eliminate those times and just, hey, oh, I made $20, I made 20%, 30, 40, boom, let me take it and just get the fuck out of here. That's the mentality you gotta have when you have a small account, because you're already fighting the odds. The odds are already against you. So it's like, you gotta just take that money and remember, hey, I'm on a small account. I don't have high probability of this working out. If I beat the odds and I make some money, take that shit and run. Like my mentor said, nobody's ever gone broke taking green and taking profits. And it's like, sometimes you just gotta like remind yourself that, like, hey, just take this money, go. Reset tomorrow. You know, so that's kind of the challenge. But hey, like I said, we're doing pretty good. You know, even though that they closed that fucking trade on me, I'm still mad about that. It's okay. We're gonna come back tomorrow and then be able to redo it. So W day, man. W day. Can't complain about being plus 50% on a fucking $100 account game. Like, can't. We just made money appear out of thin air, mud. Thin air. That's the thing you gotta remind yourself sometimes when you trade in this. Yo, I just made this shit pop out of nowhere. I just made $40 in 30 minutes. Not too shabby, gang. What I'm saying, if you could do that every day, and I'm showing y'all the right way to go about this trading shit, is to not keep letting the account build up. Make yourself trade with the same small amount. Because if you know what you're doing, you're gonna be able to make trades with that amount. A lot of people say it's impossible, it's hard. It is hard. But that way you protecting your money, and you could just keep taking your money out the account. Go invest that money into some stocks, some crypto. Let it go be in something slow. Go invest it into equipment or another business. That's the method right there. You know what I'm saying? So look, only 2 days in the week. So we still got 3 more days left. We got to see what we can, what we can make shake, because all we need to do is make a little green. We don't got to get rich. Because if we able to pull 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100 out the market every day off of the same $100, mud, that's crazy, low key. And we already did it. We was up plus 250. So we started with 100, was up 250 off of that last week, off the same $100. So, and I withdrew the money. That's the method right there, chat. Withdraw the fucking money when you make it. Make yourself trade with the same amount. I don't care if it's 100, 200, 300. If you just keep yourself going to that same amount, you're going to make yourself be more disciplined with your trades. And be able to, the other thing that's good about it is it protects you from getting too emotional. Because let's say you go from $100, you grow your account to 500. If you lose that money and go back to 100, emotionally, now you're in a emotionally tilted state. Because you're like, oh, fuck, I was just up 500. Now I'm back down 2. Now I'm back to 1. See, if you take your money out, you're preventing yourself from having that like thought process and that thought loop. Oh damn, I was just up 200 yesterday, now I just lost to 200. Well, if you took the 200 out and you put it to the side in cash, now you're eliminating that. And that's my thing that I kind of learned. It's like, people say, oh, be disciplined, but it's like, gang, if you're still building up your confidence, your mental, your mindset with trading, instead of trying to force your brain to work a different way, why don't you just understand how your brain works? If you make money, you're gonna feel away. While you're learning how to not feel away about making and losing money, give yourself what they call them, some guardrails. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you go bowling and they got the little things up where it can't go in the gutter. That's what you gotta do with the trades. Yeah, I mean, you could call it putting training wheels on yourself, but if some of us are doing it to make money and see progress, we can learn and make money in the process. You know, fuck it. We can make our money, and then when we take a loss, we not feeling too bad about it, because it's like, oh, okay, I took a loss, but I already made $200 and it's in my bank account. I already made, you know, if you take a loss on the same $100 you started with, but you already put money out, that's okay. You're not as bothered. So that's the little method right there, chat. We're gonna be back tomorrow for the trades game. I want to make some music. I don't know where TGM at. Okay, chat. W listen. Oh man, jeez Louise.